What's up guys, Jack here. The Galaxy S8 is definitely one of the most talked about, reviewed, and hyped up smartphones of the year so far. There have been a ton of videos done on the phone and there's so many great reviews that instead of making a review video, I wanted to make a video for you guys on what I think are some of the best tips, tricks, and features of the S8 that I've learned after using the phone for the last 6 weeks. Here they are. When you first open the S8, one of the big things you're going to notice is the screen. It's one of the best screens that has ever been put on a smartphone, but there actually are a couple things you can quickly do to get even more out of the display. So what you're going to want to do is go into settings, click on display, and the first setting we're going to want to look at is the screen mode setting. So by default, it's set to adaptive display. So this is meant to create the most vivid, contrasty, and kind of colorful image that they can possibly get out of the display. Well, the thing that I don't like about it is I think it creates too much saturation. The colors are boosted a little bit too far, and there's a bluish tint over the screen, which is frequently used to create a more quote-unquote vivid picture. I would switch the display to AMOLED Cinema or Photo. These modes provide a much more color accurate version of what you're seeing on the screen, and I actually like them a lot better. So once you make that change, I think the display is already looking better, but then you're going to want to go into screen resolution, and by default it's set to full HD plus, which is the middle resolution, and you're going to want to change it to wide quad HD plus, which is 2960 by 1440. The other thing I like to change is the icon frames setting. So by default, all of the icons that you have installed on the phone, so basically all the stock apps and third-party apps, will be put into a container, and so they will all be consistent. I think that it looks a lot better, at least to me, by going with icons only. So it takes the frame off, and although it's not quite as consistent, I think it gives your display a lot better look. So that's a setting that really I didn't like right out of the box, and I think it's an easy change to make. The next thing I would do is to jump into the camera app. There are so many features built into this camera app that can help you take your photos and videos even a step further. If you go to Pro mode, you'll see that there's a ton of features built into the camera app that really kind of go above and beyond what's included on most smartphones. I mean, they give you control over the focus from manual focus, and when you move, it actually gives you peaking, where you'll see with green outline around it what is in focus versus out of focus. Now, this is a feature that's even left off some high-end DSLRs and mirrorless cameras, and they include that in the stock camera app, so that's super cool. They also give you a lot of control over the metering and the autofocus points, so you can see where the autofocus points are and which ones are engaged and working and what it's focusing on. So many of the features are baked right into this app that there's really no need, in my opinion, for any sort of third-party photo app. One of the flagship features of the S8 is the new personal assistant Bigsby. What Bigsby is basically a personal assistant similar to maybe Siri. They do have a cool feature with Bigsby Vision. You can take a picture of an object or a place, and it will give you information about whatever you're looking at. So, for example, with this memory card, it can show you what it is, and it can also give you what it costs. It's not fully developed yet, but I definitely think Bigsby is something you should play around with and see if it kind of fits into your everyday workflow or the way you use your phone. Another feature I really like about the S8, and this is another Samsung application, is from the Edge display, you can bring up the basically Edge applications, and so they allow you to put some of your favorite contacts, sports scores, weather. But what I like most is the utilities or widgets that they have built in to help you take screenshots or create GIFs from what's on your screen. Well, these apps allow you to capture a portion or make a GIF out of it, and so that's actually really handy and helpful. Another thing I would recommend and that I've learned is that if you're going to use biometric security on the phone, so that's the fingerprint, the face scanner, or the retina scanner or the eye scanner, I would definitely go with the fingerprint scanner. All in all, I found it to be the most reliable way to unlock your phone and to secure your device. There it is. Those are some of my favorite things about the S8. Hope you found this video useful. As always, guys, thanks for watching and see you next time.